but it still can work. But now your late game scaling Xayah that's going to get ornaments isn't necessarily going to be able to do damage with them if she can't close the gap. And
he's so focused, man. He's so in the zone. We got a little dive brewing here. And let's see who does get the aggro. It is going to go over to Duro, and a ton of damage already comes out. The CC layering was perfect as well. Very clean dive to pick up first blood here for... You know, the probably you're going to get early from the Ahri versus Yone is bound to happen. And that does mean that maybe Gen.G can look for the Drake. We do have a trade up on the top side, actually. Fire going both ways as Ornn, a couple more autos. He'll get it. He had to flash, but he flashes late and dies to Duckdom, who wasn't even part of the fight.
that was a bit of a jump scare.
Yeah. I mean, just the fact that Duckdom's top two, it feels like KT knew that they were not going to fight over the Drake, so they just say, well, we'll just give it up.
It's a lane swap bonus, you know? Duckdom's going top side, he gets a huge kill.
Keen does not have flash, and he's very far up the lane and just dies again. So that is going to be now 2 kills to Duckdom.
I mean, he didn't
He
have...
does have a team.
He's got Swifties.
Yeah. And now they are looking for Cuz, who is not in a good spot. And over the wall goes Duro, and this time his engage will amount to a kill.
No, I got nothing.
Dragon.
Drag him to dragon.
Third.
Duro is, you know, and again, looking for an engage angle here. BDD is super deep. He is in trouble.
Yeah, we got Xin Zhao here. Canyon elects not to block it, even with his ult and flash available. They want to turn on to Perfect instead, who is Ornn. And you know what? With enough CC, they can get that job done. They say, you know, let's just start from the front, and then we'll go to the back. And now Canyon's going to use his ult. Peter in a lot of trouble here, although Toby in a bit as well. But it was a bait all along as Cuz goes in, and he will go down immediately as now the engage comes in on a BDD, who is not going to get away. And we still have Jin ultimate. And one more shot will do it. He's not going to hit either of those, but it's fine. He's got Duro, who is emoting under the turret, and Gen.G Tika Master.
So they do get the Herald as well. And then with the teleports. So that's how he was able to block Perfect there. Doesn't going down as he joins late. Yeah. Perfect didn't know.
Yeah, well, Peter's dead. Very sad. Nobody wanted to see that. But it's reality. And that means that Gen.G is going to take down the Drake.
A bad game. It's just that Duro having a little bit more impactful of one right now.
Yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. You're going to be playing out of your mind, but sometimes the enemy team is just better. And we already have objective. Canyon is under no danger here, even with everybody here. And the spear's not going to hit. The turret's going to go down as well. Toby looks for it, gets Duckdom, gets the cleanse out. And now will they go for the follow-up engage? BDD goes in, but he's just kind of dying at the same time. As now the full engage comes in from Duro. The follow-up not quite there, but now the Jin ult over the top is going to get the snipe. And meanwhile, down goes the Rakan. BDD barely lives. As we got another root here, it is turning into a slaughter from Gen.G.
Yeah, unfortunately, just 2 kills. They don't get the inner turret, but they have their eyes on a bigger prize here in the round as Keen shows up and says, all right, well, they're all burning now. Perfect solo ults Chovy, and the fight is lost. As Canyon gets into the backline here and takes BDD down to like 2% health. And that's Herald, or sorry, Otacon through Herald.
We got a little play in the bottom lane here. Duro might be in a little bit of trouble. We'll see if that escape room experience can help him out. He is going to live, and now the follow-up is coming through. A little bit of a TP, but a bit far away from the play, so not going to be able to force it here. Is Gen.G. Keen now down his teleport.
Yeah, he made a club for dodging called the Dodging Duros.
Ah, okay.
So he dodged.
After joining so many clubs, he made his own club.
Yeah, he wanted one.
They're engaging on a canyon for some reason. I don't know why they would do that. This deep in the jungle on top of an equalizer.
Oh, God, Valdez.
Cover your eyes. This is not safe.
I think KT are ready for game 2.
It's Hextech Soul, guys. Only 2 minutes.
Can Hextech Soul allow Duro to keep BDD in place?
Can Duro solo BDD?
Not quite. I don't think he was in that club, but...
Chovy has 0 kills, by the way. Just want to say slacking. I'm not very impressed.
009.
Yeah.
And it's not James Bond's number.
No, it's not. Trying to kill Ruler here. I think BDD, that was really his only objective, but he might live because of the disengage cone. Yep. I'm glad that was there. You know, you utilized that so well. He was planning for it all along. That's why it was there.
Yeah.
I think after that good week, you know, unfortunate timing to hit Gen.G. If they had lost to B&K, dude, we'd be singing a different tune. But that is not the case here. BDD is going to snap back. We have the Ornn for disengage. Don't see that every day, as now the follow-up comes in from Chovy. We do see the Feather Storm, but he immediately dies after the Feather Storm. And the Xayah does not really help herself at all. It's just a clean ace. Everybody dies. The game is over. They still have Hextech Soul. Let's go next.
Yeah, I think I'm personally ready to move to game 2. I think KT, all 5 members probably at this point are ready as well.
You're a game 2 timer?
Yeah, actually there was a game 2 earlier, and there's going to be another one now.
Yeah, exactly. We almost had a game 4. That was crazy.
Pretty insane performance from everyone here on Gen.G, but got to give Duro a big shout out as Peter's trying to slow this one down.
Oh, they almost got Keen.
Almost.
Yeah. Keen was the only person who died in this game for Gen.G. 19-2 is going to be the, actually 20-2. It's going to be the final score.
Another set of engage here, because Sejuani alone, I think, isn't good enough, which means that the Nico is going to be good into what you expected to be that final melee support to come through. Tweeted. And remember in game 1, they banned the Kai'Sa and the Ezreal?
What are we doing here? We're just hanging out in the alcove.
Yeah, he's just alcoving. He's alcove gaming. Weren't you one of the people to coin that term?
3 away. I almost said all 6. What year am I living in? Trying to come in here. Some hook onto Duckdoll, but now the turn immediately on the Duro, who's going to flash away. But now we got Cuz in a bit of trouble. In goes Ruler, going to take him down. First blood did go over to KT, but now fight here front to back is looking good for Gen.G. Bit of a stun goes down on the Canyon, but he's super tanky. Perfect test to get out. It's now the Realm Warp. We see BDD thinking about getting out here, but follow-up. Duckdom going to go away. Continues to kite as Canyon does get the Gromp, but he is going to go down. And now we have the Root going in on a Keen. One more auto gets it done, and Duckdom picks up a double. A big fight here for KT.
Huge win for KT, and they end up getting so much out of the
takeover games in this meta as well. Now, Cannon's on a ward, and the sneaky Trundle in the brush is going to help with this one, but it's still going to be a kill. Going 1 for 1 here. Chovy trying to get away from that Trundle, just trying to clear the wave, actually. As Peter comes in, and it's a double over to Cuz.
All right. The value of the Trundle into the Sejuani. KT in this area as Ruler had prio bottom side. BDD want a Realm Warp for this? Oh, this is messy.
Yeah, it's getting crazy. Peter is very caught here. He is going to get it off, but immediately dies. BDD and Cuz. The drink does go to Cuz, and now Canyon's going to go down. And so Peter just keeps them around, has to pay with his life.
They're listening to Wadid. And it's
listening to Wadid.
It's it's Cuz.
We had a couple yesterday. 2 or 3, actually.
Grouping for Herald now. Gen.G with Chovy having teleport advantage. I think KT should be very slow with how they play this.
Yeah, looks like they want to do something here on the right, but Duro's in a lot of trouble. I mean, he's just dead. He gets pillared. He is going to flash away still, but he still dies. As now we get to engage on in. It's only going to hit the Sejuani, though. Bit of damage goes in, and Peter does go down. Chovy's still doing a lot of damage here on the left side, but Canyon extremely low. As Realm Warp now, and Ruler doesn't have anywhere to go. As he goes in to try to kill BDD, and it doesn't quite work out. Chovy also looks like he's going to go down. KT are taking this fight in a big way. As Gen.G, they did not respect him on the Grubs. They did not respect him on the Rift Heralds. And they will pay the price as KT take a huge fight again.
Surely KT win this game from here, Valdez. There is no way. The top lane knows that when you're really winning and when you're really, really far ahead, you just kind of run at people and throw pillars up. Yeah. And whoever you interact with just gets clubbed to death over and over and over again, and you just take over the game.
It's
and
very fun.
You're already, even though it's 10 kills to 4 here, they are
just
only
missed a cannon.
Yeah,
he's tilted. He's not enjoying this very much.
They are still, you know, only 3,000 gold down. It's significant. Again, Gen.G that came out, but yeah, it was a pillar.
Huh, okay.
I thought Keen just hiccuped for a second.
He is Ezreal, but there is a Nautilus here as well, as waiting for it. The sun comes in with the permafrost, and Duro gets his revenge.
I mean, these are the kind of moments you're talking about. The punish is there. Rotation up from perfect for just a moment means, guess what? He's not defending this turret, and Chovy's going to take that. The Scion is not going to be able to prevent this. Even with just one grub, this turret is just gone. Chovy should be able to get out of here, no problem. Yeah. Good Valkyrie there. Easy peasy. And it's like, okay, suddenly a kill here, suddenly a turret there. 3,000 gold lead? That's what I was saying. You just kind of get kited and, you know, Trundle can't carry the game by himself.
So the Rift Herald is here. Duro is going to go in for the engage. Ult's actually on it because they're throwing everything into this Trundle that is so tanky. The Nico not going to hit anyone. As Gen.G desperate for this Drake. They have to deny the soul right here, right now, as they do get the kill on the Sion, but Chovy is so low as he tries to get the kill on BDD. It's not gonna happen. Ruler is going man mode, and it is a steal from Ducktoff to get that one. As they do take it down, Cuz not able to get the smite, and that might be where this game goes awry for KT. As Gen.G, they pick up the fight. Ruler with the triple in this one.
Frankly, it's kind of super risky.
Somebody's got to check this brush. It will be perfect.
Good vision control. They can try to force Gen.G to take a bad fight through this vision control. But Gen.G, because Keen didn't have to teleport, is just putting him in the side lane, letting Ruler clear. They're like, yeah, you guys can't do this fast enough. So if you try, we'll TP in. Ruler going to rotate over. And KT are practically flipping the game on this one. Let's see. TP.
It's getting pretty close. I mean, Canyon trying to get in, gonna throw an ult, and now the knockup comes in on a Canyon. He's just dead. They don't have a jungler, although Perfect is getting blown to smithereens as well. But yeah, the Otacon goes over to KT, and KT will accept that 100% of the time.
Mission accomplished for the Rise. Death Cap is ready, but
okay.
3-item Rise might get jumped on.
Yeah, will the follow-up coming on time is really the only question. BDD does have flash. As now we get another engage here on a Perfect. We got a blast cone away as Canyon in a lot of trouble again. He's going to go down. Keen here as well with him. And they go way too deep this time around. Still, the Ruler and Chovy are safe. We do have Perfect going in, trying to create space, but he has to flash away. As in goes Ruler into the back line. There's no stopping this guy. He goes golden, but now he's got to flash away. And while a pillar will stop him, I guess. As BDD gets back here with his CP. And now Gen.G are on the run. Realm Warp coming in. Looks like they will go for it. No gate will be taken by Chovy as they take down Chovy, and they will get this Baron.
This Sejuani pick just is not working for Canyon in this game. 0, 5, and 10. He's 10 out of 11. Fortunately for Gen.G, there is no escape when Realm Warp is on the cards here. And maybe Duro could get out with a nice little dredge line, but Chovy will not be so lucky. And surely KT win from here, right?
Yeah, I mean, they have XX Soul, they have Baron. They're going to get a ton of standing gold here on the map. Not to mention that they are already ahead. So you got to like their chances. A little engage comes in here from Canyon, wants to get something going because just presses his R, or he didn't even, finally goes for it. Huge engage here from Peter, and now Ruler is just going to get caught up in this one. Here comes Perfect into that back line and just eliminates Keen. Even gets the kill on the Ruler, and it's only Chovy left standing. KT can, in fact, win these.
They can, in fact,
send it to game 3.
Win these. They can, in fact, bring us to the distance here today. And maybe the prophecy was true, Valdez. Maybe this is the only team that can stop Gen.G's win streak. Through, and then he and Duckdom and Cuz just rip through the rest of everybody else. I think when you consider that, plus the power in the lane, having the range support was...
Yeah, KT are the streak stoppers here in summer. The summer of KT on the roller coaster. What's going on here, Gen.G? Little engage with the Silas level 1. And now the handshake flash comes in. Keen's just dead. His first blood over to Cuz right at 1 minute into the game.
I mean, we had the exchange that happened just moments before where Duro a little bit more, surely.
He's gonna see it, and now, I mean, he can just tunnel through and look for it. Yeah, he just flashes over and smites it away. They don't respect it, as well, he's not gonna be able to get out of the pit, at least. You see that the team's trying to come over and watch this happen. Flash over the wall, though, and now Cuz just gets bailed out. Looks cool. I admire the heroism, saying, get down, Mr. President, but now Duro's dead, too. And KT get 2 kills.
2 kills for KT. That feels pretty good. Canyon is...
I want to see this setup.
Holding that Impale he did not use, but keeps holding it, maybe saving it for the next fight as they don't engage. Cloud Soul kind of, especially because what we talked about earlier with the movement speed, it's just in general so good. Hold on, Cuz maybe he's got a 50-50, maybe.
But he's alone. I don't know if he really wants to take that risk, so he's just going to let it go. So first Cloud Drake does go over to Gen.G.
Like, he won't be safe on a turret when it's dead.
Good driving from Cuz. Doesn't run into the Otacon wall. Could have gotten a little bit awkward. Just a little bit. Will he be punished for it?
More KT here than there is Gen.G now.
Yeah, they want to go for this. Chovy maybe in a little bit of trouble. We'll see the CC chain as Chovy very tanky in this moment. Still has this flash. He's holding on to it, but now Canyon in a lot of trouble. Gets a big impale, but now the Renata holds on top, and it's 2 kills for Duckdom. Just like that. We have the culling coming down, but Perfect also here. Even though he is Yorick, they want to go for this Otacon with the man advantage.
Yeah, it's going to be the end of the Maiden here. And Ruler is on 2 items right now. Still a relatively safe take, though. You have to imagine with no jungler, they just have to be careful and slow play this. Keen looking for the ult here, but this is...
Look at Cuz's positioning. He's just waiting until the very end to stealth on in and get the kill, and he does get it with the smite. Cuz going in, looking for that bailout, but just going to peel off as Gen.G back away.
Very, very calm and collected take here from KT Rolster. For a moment there, it looked like maybe going to be an angle for Keen with his empowered stun. They are going to be able to trade this for a turret at least. Chovy actually going to try to make it 2 turrets, but there's going to be an answering teleport here from BDD, and I don't think Chovy will be able to get the second one. But a very clean dive there. I don't even want to call it a dive.
It looks like KT, they do want to try to collapse. But already a ton of damage is being done. Chovy, a big caught. He still has his flash, but does it matter? He is going to go down, and that's the catch on the Chovy. But the Dragon does go over to Gen.G. It's going to be 2 kills here as KT take it down. Unfortunately for them, there's no Baron, which would have been a huge turn for them, but they're still going to get a bunch of gold.
And it does make this a little bit tougher to play out for Chovy as we're seeing a collapse.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble here. He does not have his flash, but the chains are going to miss, so maybe not so much trouble as Perfect. Actually, the guy that's in trouble is Ruler is ganking the Yorick, just like that. Maybe try for the Baron, but would be risky.
And they could just go back towards the Dragon here. Chovy's going to TP to mid. And already Duckdom's on the Dragon. BDD's just going to hold the line here with this stolen Alistar ultimate.
Yeah, I don't really know if Gen.G can do anything about this. They're going to try to go for the mid lane turret, but BDD's here. He's level 16. He's unkillable with that Alistar ultimate. It's better Alistar, basically. KT's still trying to set something up as they move over and clear out the wave.
Luckily for Gen.G, the fact that they're the ones on Soul Point affords them the ability to give up a few of these dragons like this before KT, and then he didn't have his hijack up to steal the Dominus, but used the Alistar ultimate to deal with that gank. Because Peter's looking for the flash play.
Not the best engaged Renata, but it's still going to catch Ruler as going underneath the turret does Cuz as he has to do that after everything missed from Peter, but it was still a good idea. Not quite the Ruler spot.
Mid team does have TP. They're going to have to be super fast with this, or they'll look for the turn.
Yeah, no Renata ults here as well. Stolen Impale. It's going to catch Chovy, but the follow-up is denied by Duro, and the counter Impale comes in. No damage, though, Cuz still going to be going down. He has to get bailed out, as he does not actually get bailed out. Double knock up here.
Chovy.
Once again, Chovy very low. BDD wants the kill. Not the disengage cone. Wow, it's actually going to get him out here just barely. Meanwhile, we got a play up on the top side. Perfect will go down as KT maybe going a little bit deep for this one, and the Baron try gets denied.
BDD flashing but not securing the kill. Doesn't have his flash now. Looks for the re-engage.
Has to go in. He's got Dominus actually up against 3 people. The game just walks away. And Gen.G, they find the fight they were looking for.
And that is what I was saying. All it takes is 1 Baron, 1 Cloud Soul, 1 fight is going to secure that Baron for Gen.G.
After that last fight, even though BDD has the Rod of Ages, most damage dealt by the Victor. Not a big surprise, you know, has Leandri's is Victor. We're just going to engage here. Straight onto the Renata. Going pretty deep for this one, as that is a Silas with the Alistar ult. Chovy taking a bunch of damage. Ruler zoned away. Not sure about this fight for Gen.G, as that's going to be 2 kills now. Canyon goes down right before the Dragon. KT are still in this game.
Oh, KT in control of this objective right now. And look like they're just going to look for the smite on it. There's no contest. There's no enemy jungler. And KT will just take this one away. Gen.G shuts everything down in a choke point like that as well.
We're engaging here for KT.
Duro and Chovy in dangerous spot.
Now stealing the Impale this time around. The Renata ult's very confusing, but Chovy is still dead. It's just a Chovy death.
Yeah, Chovy's dead. Keen's looking for destruction of this turret, but a TP will come through from Perfect. And, I mean, maybe Keen could look for the all-in here. It's not going to happen. He gets the turret, picks up the gold. Unfortunately for KT, they end up losing 2 turrets out of this because, yes, you got Chovy, but Gen.G had control of the mid lane, control of the bottom lane, so it looked like a cool play. They cut them in half. They get the kill on Chovy, but can they get more?
What are we doing here? We got a back? Gen.G are pushing?
Yeah, this is a little bit slow here. KT got the inner turret in the top lane, but Gen.G are getting inhibitor turrets, which is way more valuable, and by the time they back, Gen.G have all...
Somehow, not for very long, I think. I think this time, finally, KT figured it out. They push forward, take a big turret here. Started it, and KT, they know they got to push into this, but they just don't know what's on the other side. Bit of damage comes in, but it's only half health for now. BDD on the flank.
Perfect TP to the fight. BDD on the flank looks for Chovy.
Yeah, but damage goes into him. It's just a flip. It goes over to Canyon. But now we got the counter impale coming in. Big knockup from Duro. But where is the damage? Ruler is chipping through Cuz. The first one to go down. Ruler's okay, but Canyon get low himself. BDD will be taken out by Ruler as Ruler looking for the double and will chase them down. KT, they get called on the bluff of the Baron. Gen.G, they take down the Baron. And they might just take this game. Perfect and Peter still on the run. It doesn't look like they will go down, but the push is now coming in.
45 seconds. I think this game is done. Mid is open, and Ruler and Canyon will push to end it. Chovy with a fantastic Zonia's there in that last moment. And it looks like this time KT will not stop Gen.G, at least so far here on their perfect run. 16 will become 17 as Gen.G remain undefeated.
KT giving so much hope, bringing it to 39 minutes in Game 3, but Gen.G are just unstoppable. It's